Welcome back to another episode of Objectively Bad Opinions. I try not to peg out my mic like Jeff typically does, but sorry if I did anyway. Today, there's just two big guys here. Actually, we're two short guys, but two guys
Very
nonetheless. Very short.
Yes.
So today it's just me and my lovely companion here, Nick. And
Nick, it is I.
he's pointing at Liquid Death that is off screen, so good try.
Oh, it was off screen. I was blatantly trying to be like, come on, guys. Oh, it's on screen now.
It's
Sponsor
on
us.
screen now.
That'd be sweet, Liquid Death.
Is this? But I mean, this comes shortly after you wrote a message to Liquid Death because you got a fucked up shipment from Amazon, correct?
Amazon fucked my order up. This is the fourth time now. It's like the one shipment got lost. Okay, they sent me a replacement. That replacement got lost. Okay. Then I ordered a different box of water. That came smashed. All the cans were exploded. So then they replaced it, and now that one's lost. So I have not gotten any of my items, technically speaking, no.
That's pretty impressive to fuck that up that many times.
Gotta love Amazon, buddy.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. But I think Liquid Death is comping it, so I don't care.
That's not bad then. I'd
No,
take that.
right? So
It
good.
works out in the end, right? All your free canned water, you fancy bitch.
It's good, man. It's good.
It's water.
It's good water. Do you want to do the disclaimer before we
Oh
keep
yeah,
going?
we should probably do that now that we've already called out Amazon and tried to get a sponsorship from Liquid Death. The views and opinions of the hosts and co-hosts on the show are that of the hosts and co-hosts and not of the companies or organizations that they are affiliated with. Hey, I fucking nailed it that time.
That was speedy. That was fast. It was verbose. It was beautiful. I like it.
Ooh, look at
It's good.
you getting fancy tonight.
Use my big boy brain tonight.
Uh-huh. That's that canned water.
It is severed lime.
Ooh. Severed lime.
Yep, and they got chainsaw mango and buried alive.
Are these so the flavors, are they more like a clear American where it's really intense flavor, or is this more like a LaCroix where it's like faint
It's
flavor?
it's a LaCroix.
Ah, no. That's
But it's a good LaCroix. Because like when I see people drinking like LaCroix, in my head I'm like, all right, your head is shoved so far up your ass, it's unbelievable. Because that shit died in like what, the late 90s, mid 2000s.
not in Canada, my guy.
In America, it did. In Michigan, like they were all over Kroger, and then it died, and then it came back because like all the hipsters are like, no, this is what's up. And I'm like, no, I remember drinking it in the 90s and early 2000s and going, this is trash.
Yeah, it's not good. But also now, like all the seltzer waters and stuff that you can get, or not seltzer waters, but the like White Claws and stuff. Those also have the faint taste like a LaCroix does, rather than a strong taste.
Yeah, but with those, they have alcohol in them.
So
and,
it's
like,
worth it.
Yeah, well, like, okay, I can go to Matt's house and drink like a whole rack of Truly or like White Claw, and I can still drive that night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I shouldn't, but I'm not drunk. So it's like, yeah, I might blow hard on a breathalyzer, but like I'm not fucking drunk. I'd be like, listen, cop, I just drank Trulies. He'd be like, go home.
Just
First
go.
off, you're a pussy. Secondly, go home. Like maybe he'll fucking slap me in the ass too while he's at it. I don't know, man. Cops are a whole different beast.
I feel like at this point in time, my wife has had just about every kind of those like White Claw-esque. I'm drawing a blank of what they're called, seltzer, whatever, the hard seltzers.
Yeah, they're hard seltzers.
There it is. But I feel like she's tried almost all of them, and of course, by association, I have tried most of them because she's like, "Hey, try this one. This one's really good." I'm like, "It still tastes like shit. Like this still is not good."
Here's the thing. I love Amber. Amber is an amazing chick, and I'm glad you guys are married. She looks like she would drink Truly and White Claw. Okay, we're on the same fucking page.
Yeah.
That's not a knock at your wife.
No.
Your wife is a lovely woman.
She's a
But she
basic
looks
white
like she
girl.
would You said it, not me.
I tell her
You
that all the
share-
time. It's fine. She knows.
You share
Happy
the bed with
Valentine's
Amber.
Day.
Yeah, she's probably like, thanks, honey. You too.
yeah.
Speaking of Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
I don't care about it. Neither does my
No.
wife.
Oh, I just found out tonight. I was like, yeah, we don't really do anything for Valentine's Day. She goes, yeah, we do. I go, oh, we do? Since when? Because last I checked, we don't.
Yeah.
Like, at most, if I go to the store, I will grab, like, some chocolates or something like that and bring them back.
Something nice is cool.
Right. Yeah, that's cool. But, yeah, typically we don't really do Valentine's Day. And so I kind of got a last minute, hey, so Valentine's Day. I'm like, oh, we're doing that. So I have something on order. She doesn't know I have it on order. She'll know as soon as she listens to this.
Which is right now.
Yeah, so that will be coming in 3 to 5 business days. Since I didn't know we were participating in Valentine's Day this year.
You were so sure
Oh, well,
via text.
it has absolutely changed every year. It's never really been anything big. Like I said, it would be like some chocolates or something. She got like these lava cake, little like heart-shaped lava cakes that we had. And she's like, I got a surprise for you after the kids go to bed. And I was like, oh, cool. What you got? And she's like,
Oh, a surprise,
These
huh?
lava cakes. I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. So I was like, is this, I don't know where our level of Valentine's Day really falls anymore. I don't know.
Right.
When we were in high school dating and stuff, like, yeah, Valentine's Day, you got, some jewelry or whatever it was. And at that point, it's like, I'm a broke high school kid. This is cheap ass jewelry and
Yeah. I
probably
went to
turns your
Kohl's.
skin. Yeah, right. And then, as we got older, we're like, yeah, you know what? This is a Hallmark holiday that we don't really need to celebrate. And it was always like, yeah, you go to fucking Walmart, get some like Lindt chocolate and call it a day.
Yeah.
So I was confused on that. But so now I'm just like, okay, fine. We'll make up for it. So she has something coming in 3 to 5 business days.
When you first heard her say, Brody, I have a surprise for when the kids go to bed, your male brain went,
Yeah.
yes.
I
And then
was
she's like, cake? And you're like, still cool.
still love cake.
I love cake, but
Yeah, it was definitely one of those things. I'm like, I don't know what to do with this information. What is this going to be? But no, yeah, it was cake, which I'm cool with. Like, absolutely
Yeah.
cool with. I don't want her to sit here and be like, oh man, he didn't like. No, the cake was
no,
cool. It was
Brody's
good.
happy with whatever you.
I didn't
give to
expect
him.
anything because again, I didn't know we were doing Valentine's Day. So surprise.
And then you got Sweetest Day, and I'm like, dude, just stop. Like, you're putting pressure on couples, or like
You have
people who
what?
aren't with somebody. Sweetest Day.
I've never even heard of it. I don't think.
Valentine's Day is for the ladies. Sweetest Day is for the dudes.
Oh, okay.
But who gives a fuck?
Yeah. It's just I don't know.
It's another fucking day, man. Like,
Those holidays are weird to me, right? Like I just the complete like Hallmark holiday thing I just don't care about. But whatever. I mean, yeah, we do like, Christmas and things like our anniversary, stuff like that, but nothing. Usually we don't do much for Valentine's Day, and so I got caught with my pants down. Not literally, just figuratively this time.
yeah. I mean, dude, like we'll go out to dinner.
Yeah.
We'll go out to dinner. It's Tuesday or Monday. Can't do that. We got the kid.
Mhm.
Wherever we go, it's not going to be like a kid-friendly place. It's going to be like sushi or something like that. So like, can't do that right now. Other than that, like, I bought Perry tickets to go see Halsey.
I mean,
right,
that's cool.
for
though.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought her that and a Wu-Tang Clan lipstick.
Hell yeah.
And I thought that was dope. And
You
she was
should have
like,
got
"It's
her
dope."
the Forza Horizon lipsticks or the Halo one.
She would have been like, "This is stupid. Get this out of my face. You're an idiot." But she, you know what though?
But I want that
Because
code.
she yeah, please, honey. She collects palettes though, like how like you
Yup.
and I collect.
Oh,
Okay,
my
so
wife
Amber
does
the
too.
same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, absolutely.
Jeffree Star, Jaclyn Hill.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking. She had like a James Charles one until that guy was like a piece of shit. And
Yeah.
my wife was like, "I'm not using that no more."
I didn't
But, like,
know
all
your
that,
wife
like-
was into all that stuff because Amber can talk about that stuff forever. So next time
Very- yeah.
when we're not, awkwardly being introduced at your wedding, I'm sure they'll
was
have
drunk.
something to talk about.
I was drunk. Yeah, Perry she's a hairdresser. Well, she
Oh,
was.
yeah.
I don't even know if that's the correct term, but that's what she used to do before she went into the animal hospitality field. So, but like working at salons, she quickly hated it, dealing with all the people she worked with, and
Yeah.
it's just a fucking nightmare. And like I can only imagine working in like a warehouse with a bunch of dudes. Men act like little fucking bitches all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Gossip and fucking clicks. I couldn't. Working in a salon, no way.
My
Like, I can
job
only
has
imagine.
more drama than a high school girl's locker room. Like, it is
Dude,
bad.
right.
It's ridiculous. Like,
Dude, I'm
what
like-
what are we doing? We're supposed to be grown men. Why are we doing this gossip bullshit? Like, I have literally
I'm here to
had
work.
people at my job tattle on each other. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Dude, I'm here to fucking work.
Yeah.
I'm not here to be your friend. I'm not here to chat with you. We'll talk. Cool, man. Let me go about my shit though. Get my money and go home. That's it. Let's not start no bullshit.
Right.
God, I fucking hate people. Yeah, Valentine's Day is fucking lame.
Yeah.
Speaking of my job, I was on the phone with you last week, I believe. I wasn't able to hop on OBO last week because I was doing late run of WHD episodes with Copley of the Build Bros, all that cool stuff. And I told Brody a story that I'll refresh his memory and let you guys know. I deliver in Detroit. Most of my day is spent in Southwest Detroit, so not a great area, not the worst area of Detroit. Stop at a gas station to get some gas, and I'm just chilling there, and all of a sudden I just see this fucking blur of a human in a wheelchair just like fucking zoom up to me. And I'm like, whoa, what's up, guy? He's like, give me everything. I'm like, what? I was like, what was that, little fella? And I said that because I was just like, what is happening? There's some homeless dude in a wheelchair with no legs and like an arm. He was a person for sure. For whatever was left of him.
God.
And I was just like, I didn't want to be an asshole, but you come up to me and you're like, give me all your money. And I'm like, yeah, no, little fella. Like, keep on going. I ain't got money on me. He's like, I got a gun. And I went, I just started laughing. Like, what are you gonna do? Use your nub to get it out of your pocket and shoot me with it? With your one okay hand? No. So I just laughed. I'm like, all right, little fella. He's like, give me your money. I'm not joking. And I'm like, I just laughed. It's funny. It was hilarious. I'm like, the mental illness portion was not funny.
Right.
Homelessness is not funny. That's not what I'm laughing about. I'm laughing because this dude with no legs, an arm, and a hand that looked like it's been through fire. His hand looked like he stuck it into Mordor and took it back out. It looked
Fucking
bad.
Mordor.
This motherfucker looks like he has... Okay. If you were to go fight Mike Tyson, get your ass whooped, go up to Conor McGregor, call him a bitch, get your ass whooped by Conor McGregor, and then get punched into the sun, come back and still be a human, that's what that guy looked like. And I had zero okay with it. So I just laughed at him. Like, this is hilarious. I'm being mugged by a fucking thing right now. Dude,
You have such a way with words.
He was a mutant, but he wasn't like a cool mutant like an X-Men. He was just he's like
an
if
X-Men
Magneto-
reject.
He's like if Magneto toyed with something and was like,
Yeah.
fuck, now we got Fleb. Who's Fleb? Don't talk to Fleb. He just asks for money and tells you he has a gun. That's Fleb. And I was like, dude, this guy sucks. But like, joke's on him. I can't carry money when I'm on the job because people get robbed all the fucking time working for us when they're in Detroit. But I'm the only one who goes to Detroit. So I'm not getting robbed. So who got robbed before me, they won't tell me.
Huh.
But I ain't getting robbed. And I can't carry my gun. I asked about that. I was like, can I carry my pistol if I'm going to be down in Detroit? Like, I know the area quite well, but, like, if fucking Fleb comes up on me again, I don't think he's gonna be too cool with it this time. I think he will pull a real gun. Like, you laughed at me and you talked about me on your podcast. Boom! He's gonna shoot me, dude.
And I found you and listened to your podcast, and you called me Fleb.
His name is Fleb now. That's the character. I'm gonna ask our graphic designer in the server to sketch Fleb up for me. Just fucking like a police lineup sketch, dude. But no, while I was at work today, though, I went to my dad's shop because it's in that part of Detroit. And I'm talking to my little brother Mario, and he's like, "Yeah, Dad asks what you like do when you're not working." I'm like, "What'd you tell him? Like, what the fuck did you say?" He's like, "I told him you have a podcast." I'm like, "Which fucking podcast, Mario?" He's like, "I don't know, all of them." I'm like, "Do you know the names of my podcasts?" He's like, "No." I'm like, okay. Okay. I was sitting there having like a fucking crisis because my dad's been like chill lately. He's been a fucking decent dude to talk to. And I'm like, dude, that's going to revert everything back. He's going to hear one story about him on the show and he's going to be like, snap. And it's going to fucking just ruin him. He's going to start drinking again. I'm like, Mario, that's on you. You break Dad's sobriety and you tell him about my shows, that's on you, dude. Mario's like, I'm not going to tell him because I already know the names. I'm like, let me see your phone. I'm not giving you my phone.
Just send him to listen to Diggity. It's fine.
I looked at his phone. Yeah, but Spawn Camp.
Yeah.
Deductive reasoning. But like, I looked through his phone and on his Google Chrome tab, Nicholas Dumitrescu podcast. He's trying to fucking source me out, bro. I'm like, Mario, you better stop digging, bro. Stop fucking digging. Because if this old man hears that I fucking am saying this shit, he will just kill me. No chill about it. I have defiled his honor with the stories I've told about my childhood on here. He'll just kill me.
I mean, that does seem like a possibility.
He did it. It's his fault. He fucking ruined my childhood. I'm the way I am because of him. Fucking love him, but he's a bastard for that shit.
Oh,
God
man.
Damn it. Yeah.
I'm still upset I haven't met your father yet. I look forward to that day. One day.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
Just
Everyone
because.
wants to meet him. Everybody I know is like, yeah, he really fucked you up. Would it be kind of cool to meet him? I'm like, why? Yeah, he could be a cool guy, and he'll just buy you drinks, and he'll just want to drink with you. But then, like, you get him too drunk, he starts getting really touchy, and really physical, and really cryy. And then that's a whole thing. And then he picks on me. He does it for my friends. He'll get way too fucked up. Way back in the day when I'd actually bring people around him, he'd be like, "Yeah, come over, guys. Let's drink." I'm like, "Yeah, let's go drink with my dad." Cool. Get over there. Gets way too fucked up. Starts getting fucking super emotional about my mom. It's like, "It's not my fault she left." And I'm like, "Oh, fuck, here we go." And like, when that conversation starts, I'm like, we're fucked. My buddies are like, "No, Claude, it's okay. Things will be okay." He's like, "Shut the fuck up. You don't know nothing." And I'm like,
oh, no.
I'm sitting there. I'm like, what the fuck do I do? He's like, "Then you got my son, Nick. That fucking Nick." And I'm like, "Yep.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah,
right here.
This is where we're going." I'm like, fucking ridiculous. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. Fuck all that shit. Brody.
Yes, sir.
Are we gonna pick apart the halftime show?
We can. We certainly can. I mean,
I'm not alone.
It's in the title, so we might as well.
It was boring.
It was not the most exciting halftime show. They were really playing into the nostalgia. All right.
Yeah.
Like, and then whole ass fucking dollar bill up there hanging upside down.
Oh, 50, 50, 50. You know what though? He performed well. I will say
he did do all right.
And like he is like
he's a big dude.
Bulky dude.
Yeah,
he's bulky. Like it's not that he's fat, but
No.
when you're not what you used to be,
right,
and you're doing something you did in the early 2000s, and it's obvious you've gained the COVID-20.
Well,
Maybe
it
don't hang
also
upside
doesn't
down.
help he's hanging upside down, so by the time he finally got down from there, his head is like swollen. You can tell he's been like hanging there for a minute trying to figure out when the fuck he comes down.
You noticed that shit too? I was like, dude,
Yeah.
he's been there for a minute.
Yeah. Well, he
There's
had
no way
to,
they
right?
just
They set that up, and
yeah.
then he had to get up there somehow. So he had to have been up there for, I mean, at least a little bit.
It was a pleasant surprise to see 50. I'm like, that's cool.
Because they didn't announce 50 off the bat, did they? It was
No, I
just
think that's
Dre, Snoop,
Mary J,
Kendrick,
and
Mary
Eminem.
J, and Eminem. Yeah, 50 was like
Yeah.
a surprise, which they do that a lot. I mean, last year they didn't. They didn't have anybody
It was
with
just the weekend last year,
yeah.
But you didn't need anybody with him.
That was a hell of a show. I mean, that was a whole
intense.
yeah.
That was like almost a half hour. This was 14 minutes.
Yeah, and that's
like
the thing that got me. It felt very short, and fucking Mary J. Blige. I'm sorry, but she doesn't have it anymore.
No, she looked like she was like being like exorcised by demons.
Yeah, we were making jokes about it. Like when she fell over, we're like, good God, she had to catch her breath again. She'll be back in a little bit. Like show up at the
Dude,
end.
She's old.
Yeah,
She's fucking old.
yeah,
Why? Dre looked good. Dr. Dre looked good.
yeah.
Snoop is fucking not aging at all. The motherfucker smoked a fucking blunt
He's like
right before his set.
He smoked a blunt during his set.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Right during? I thought it was after.
He stepped away. Somebody found it in the video, and he's over by the rafters, like sitting there smoking a joint. Like,
Oh
fuck
my god.
yeah.
That's so sweet. People are shocked. I'm like, what are you shocked about? That's his whole thing.
Yeah,
He stays high.
I'm pretty sure he is like embalmed by cannabis at this point. Like
He's walking
just
cannabis.
Yeah, him and Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson has looked the fucking same forever too.
If you touch either of those motherfuckers, you just get high.
Yeah, a contact eye, a
Yeah,
quite literal contact eye.
Oh my god, dude.
I thought overall it was all right, right? Like it played into that nostalgia. They did what they wanted to do. But yeah, it wasn't anything too crazy. Like I thought it was fine.
Lose Yourself though? Really?
Yeah.
We had to do Lose Yourself by Eminem? I get it. It's the anthem.
Right. Right. Well, the NFL is not necessarily known for being like up to times with current music. They still play Welcome to the Jungle on a regular basis.
Every stadium.
Every fucking stadium does that shit. It's like, yep. We all know this song exists. Thanks again. But I don't know why. I get it, right? Like that is still, I think, far and away his biggest song. Like I think from a actual listen standpoint, I think it's still his highest on like Spotify and everything like that. But
I'm sure.
yeah, I mean, in the like pre-halftime show thing, they were playing stuff from Recovery from him. You're like, okay, cool. I mean, what's going on here? But I mean, all of that shit's over a decade old. I mean, Lose Yourself is well over a decade old. And
8 Mile soundtrack, man. Let
Right.
it go.
yeah,
Like, but here's the thing. You had, and they did it for like a second. Forgot about Dre.
yeah,
But why would you not have Eminem and Dr. Dre
right.
do those parts together?
No clue.
That would have immediately made this thing 10 times cooler.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you
Oh,
have
but-
that. You have everyone there that you need for it. Like, just make it happen. I don't know. It's bizarre.
So confusing. I was like, it's something. It was fine.
Yeah.
Eminem took a knee. That pissed a lot of people off. And I'm like, shut up. It's Eminem. They told him not to do it.
Of course, he's gonna do it.
He's going to fucking do it. But
course
obviously,
he's
he did it for personal reasons too. And he's
Right.
doing it to make a stand.
Well, and
Cool.
a lot of people were like, "That wasn't a tribute to Kaepernick." I'm like, it wasn't tribute to Kaepernick. It was the whole basis behind it, right? Like that's what he was going
Yeah.
for. It wasn't for Kaepernick. Nobody gives. I personally don't like Kaepernick as
He's
like
not a good. He's not that great of a player. Let's be real.
he's
with that.
not that. But there's people that argue that, and I don't understand because I personally don't think he was any good, and that's why he's not anywhere now. But
What he stood for was cool.
yeah, what he stood for was cool. Like I get it. I get that. That is perfectly fine. I don't think that's why he's not in the NFL now. We literally have people that beat women in the NFL and do horrific things, and they still can stay in the NFL. I don't think
Dude.
that's the reason he's not in the NFL.
Who was that dude where that they like the wife or girlfriend or whatever set up like a ring in the house, and he was just going to fucking like this like little 95-pound woman. And this player was just fucking dogging her through the house.
Holy shit.
That happened, dude. That happened like a couple months ago, and I was like, wow, like, because I don't fuck with that type of shit. Like,
right.
you can show me videos online of like, sound like shit, but like beheadings and like cartel and like mafia and like just like death and shit. It doesn't bother me.
Right.
When you enter the territory of women, children, animals, that's where I'm like, line drawn. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Like, but that's I think I feel like that's okay to be like that. But like this dude was just whooping his girlfriend's ass. And I think he might have been a retired player. I'm not gonna look for the video because I can't watch that shit. But yeah, no, like Michael Vick.
Jeff said it was Ellen Nick.
Is that his name?
I don't know.
I don't know who that is.
I don't either. That name does not ring a bell.
No, I typed that in and then I get a shirtless dude. Jeff is trolling me.
Of course, Jeff's trolling us. Go figure.
But Michael Vick is still a part of the NFL in some capacity, is he not?
I'm not sure.
He hosts something on
Well,
ESPN.
I find it very strange, like who they allow to stay in the NFL and who they chase off. Like Ray Rice, like that dude was out of the NFL like right fucking now, and then there's all sorts of other people that have stayed in there and have. Ellen DeGeneres, god damn it, Jeff. But there's all sorts of other people that have been able to stay in the NFL even though they're horrific fucking people. It doesn't make any sense. The NFL is very strange about that shit. It doesn't. I don't get it, right? Like these people can stay in the NFL, make millions upon millions of dollars, and be fucking terrible, terrible human beings.
Dude, I don't get it. I've just now gotten into American football.
Yeah.
Like I've just now gotten into the sport. I dig watching it, but yeah, like out of any other sport, like that's the one where you see a lot of these dudes fucking snap.
Well, that's because they're all fucking roided out. And anybody that doesn't think they're on roids is fucking wrong. Yeah, they get tested. There's ways to beat tests. Come on now. Come on now.
If you're a good enough player, tests don't matter.
Also, if you make millions of dollars, there's ways around anything. Like, come on. Just like people who think that like the people that compete in bodybuilding competitions, yeah, they're on fucking roids too. Shocker, I know.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people that genuinely believe they're like, oh, no, they get tested. Oh, okay. Fucking really?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter, man.
No, it doesn't matter. Not at all. Yeah, they're all fucking roided out, and they're also, a lot of them believe that they're above everyone else, right? And that people are, I mean, basically to some extent property, and that they fucking rule the land, right? And that's obviously not the case, but that's the way they view it, and that's how they get in fucking trouble.
Big dude crush rock.
Yeah.
It's what it becomes at some point. Their brains are just like, you know what? Turn that bad boy off.
Right.
I don't know what I would do with that much money, though.
Oh, God, no.
I have no idea. No idea. I'd be a fucking probably terrible person. That's just me being honest. I'd probably be like,
very possible.
I would, you know what I would do? I would go to everybody who's wronged me, and I would just show up to their household, in a car, full of money, literally to the top of the car, and I just roll the window down and just wave money out the window, like, hey, check this out, and I'd snatch it back. And I'd drive off. But I would do it every day. Every day.
All I can picture is you going up to Fleb.
Fuck him. He's not going to be alive for another week.
Jesus Christ.
That motherfucker's on his way out. All right? I was his last-ditch effort to get, like, a fucking 40 and, like, a Lucy. Okay? This dude is on his way out. I wouldn't even say 40. Yeah, I think he drinks Nikolai vodka by the gallon because you can buy like $24 and you get a fucking gallon of that shit.
Oh,
not good.
I used to get Kharkov and it was like $8 for a half gallon.
Oh,
That
it's rough
stuff's
gigs,
that
dude.
stuff's nasty. Oh my
It's
god.
battery acid. It's battery
Oh,
acid.
absolutely. I mean, you might as well be drinking fucking kerosene at that point. It was
Dude,
it was some gnarly shit.
when I was, oh my fucking god, I was working at my dad's shop way back in the day, and there's this old Romanian guy. His name was, we called him Buffalo. This motherfucker was like 6'8" and like 300 pounds. We called him Buffalo for a reason, because motherfucker was just insanely huge and strong. I had a fucking sore throat, and he gives me something. He's like, drink this, Nico, drink it. I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever, man. Take a shot. It's kerosene.
Like
I
actual fucking kerosene?
Kerosene. Kerosene in the shot glass.
Why? I'm like 99%
Dude.
positive you are not supposed to consume kerosene.
No, you're not supposed to consume kerosene. But he told me that would make my fucking throat feel better. And I was like, I looked at him like, what the fuck is your problem, man? This is the same motherfucker who told me to go hang from, at most, like, fucking warehouses or workplaces, you'll have the stairs. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the corner, and they got the rails, and then there's just, like, the fucking overhang rail.
Uh-huh.
Told me to go hang from that one day to get taller. Gravity would do its work, he said.
Hang by what?
My hands.
That
And if I let go, that's my fault.
if also
My
that
dad
would
looked
just
at-
stretch your arms if it was actually going to do anything. But it's not, for one, but also what?
This motherfucker, man, tried to get me to do so many stupid things. It is unreasonable. But that's probably the shit they do over in Romania. Not to disparage. I can say that because they're my people. You fucking gypsies. But I just pissed off the entire gypsy community. That's fine. 'Cause
I'm
you guys
pretty
are
sure
animals.
the gypsy community is not listening to our podcast. I think you're okay.
Good. Because they're animals. But I can say that. I'm allowed to say that. But Brody's like, holy shit. But yeah, dude, kerosene, hang from shit. You fucking, oh my god. You know what starting fluid is? It's just ether.
Yeah.
They would use it in the shop to start trucks that just had a rough start. But they wouldn't. I did not get taller, Jeff. No, they wouldn't. Jeff's in the comments for the
Yeah.
audio listeners. They wouldn't open the bay doors when the trucks would start. So when you spray ether, it blows out the exhaust,
Mm-hmm.
all the smoke, and the shop would just get filled, dude. I'd just be sitting there fucking, like, getting smoked out. They're like, you get used to it after a while, Nico.
Mm.
I'm like, no, you don't. This is cancer. I'm becoming a cancer. Like, what the fuck, dude? My God, I hate my life. I hate it. Anyways, Super Bowl.
Uh-huh.
Good game.
It was a good game, but it was also a boring game. Like
Until,
overall.
like, the fucking end.
Well, and the refs held all of their flags until like the last 2 minutes.
We talk about that face shield.
Oh,
grab.
that was nasty, and I can't believe. Like, I thought all touchdowns were supposed to be reviewed at this point, like forever,
Especially for a game like this.
especially for the fucking Super Bowl. What the fuck happened there?
Dude, when Cincinnati got ahead because of that touchdown, I was like, I'm not even big into the fucking game. And the guy, he pulled, the dude's head
Yeah.
whipped.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he was sitting there going, what? Like, his entire demeanor was like, he face shield grab, man. Like, he pulled my fucking
Yeah.
helmet.
Yeah, there was a lot of people bitching about, like, there at the very end, basically the Rams got shot after shot at the touchdown, right? But I mean,
yeah.
Cincy was given a touchdown on a silver fucking platter. Like,
Yes.
I mean, I don't know about the calls there at the end, right? Like, fair enough, whatever. Like, it could go either way. But, I mean, that face mask, there is clearly only one way that should have gone. Like, that should have been a fucking penalty.
Should have been a penalty.
Right. No touchdown. But here we are. And so, yeah, at the end, did it even out? Sure. I like karma, I guess. I don't fucking know. Like,
Dude, Burrow, I thought his leg was about to just
oh,
be
yeah.
broke in half. I was
That
like,
was
whoa,
bad.
that's a big boy who fell on him.
Oh yeah, and Matthew Stafford had a bad one too. Like his ankle
Yeah.
went in a direction that ankles are not designed to go.
But he's done that shit where Matt Stafford gets hurt and gets on the field and goes, no, I can do this. Like that's like where people are like, oh, Stafford's not a good quarterback. I don't agree with that. I think he makes a lot of stupid decisions.
I don't even think he makes more stupid decisions than really anyone else. I mean, I'm a Ravens fan. I have to watch Lamar make all sorts of questionable decisions. Like when he's on his game, like he's a lot of fun to watch, but there's a lot of times I'm going, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like his field sense is terrible. But it's just
Yeah.
not great. Like he is just quick and very hard to take down, but I it's incredible, right? Like I feel like a lot of them are pretty rough about it, but I think Matthew Stafford's like field sense and awareness of what's going on around him is better than most.
There was a lot of the handoff shit. I was like, that didn't work. Why are you handing off again? That didn't work. Why are you handing off again?
Yeah.
Had Cup not stepped up like he fucking did at the last fucking drive,
Yeah.
there
Well,
would I don't think they would have gotten it.
I
Cooper
mean,
Cup was insane.
yeah, I wouldn't expect anything less. Like Cooper Cup is incredible. Like that dude is wild how good he is at the game, but it's just
I was like, holy shit, dude.
yeah, I mean that whole last drive was basically him and I think like one pass to Hopkins. Like that's all it
Yeah.
was. They could double cover Cooper Cup. It didn't matter. Like that motherfucker was still going to get the ball and
He's the Flash.
yeah, he's so fucking fast.
I
So
was like, what
fucking
the
fast.
fuck? Like, how did this dude do that? And then you fucking OBJ getting fucking injured right off the rip, which I know you were going, take it easy, dude.
Yeah, I'm not a
Yeah.
huge OBJ fan by any means, but like I don't know. At least he did get his touchdown, right? Like he got his touchdown in the Super Bowl, so he can at least be like, "Hey, you know, I still deserve this ring." It's not like he sat on the fucking bench the whole game or anything. So, I mean, I
First
guess
touchdown.
yeah, he got the first touchdown, which we were actually talking about it before, because sports betting seems like it's gotten way bigger than it ever has been lately.
Oh yeah.
And so we
It's
were
legal
looking at
everywhere now, almost.
yeah. So we were looking at odds on everything, and like one of them was a pretty decent parlay on whether OBJ was even going to get a touchdown, period, let alone the first touchdown. And I know a guy that won like a couple $100 from betting that OBJ was going to get the first touchdown.
It was plus 900.
Yeah,
OBJ getting first touchdown was because my roommate Ben almost bet on that,
which is
and then he was
wild.
like, he just didn't. He was like, dude, I should have bet on that. I'm like, I'm surprised you didn't, because Ben fucks with parlays pretty heavy,
Yeah.
but like he just didn't do it. And he was like, I fucking hate myself. I'm like, dude, like how could you have known?
Right. Yeah, it was
Like
all of that's really interesting. Like some of the things you can bet on, right? Like I was talking to my brother-in-law, and I think he bet on like the Bengals winning or something like that. And I'm like, well, you're a fucking idiot. But it really could. It
Aw.
obviously could have gone either way. But I had to give him shit. But anyway, like I was like, yeah, people have been betting on the color of Gatorade for years. He's like, really? People bet on that? I go, yeah. Yeah, they
You bet on
always
everything.
have. Like that's always been a thing. As far
Yeah.
as I can remember, 9 times out of 10, it's fucking lemon lime. But yeah,
it was blue this year.
it was blue. Yeah,
Yeah, dude, it was fucking blue, man.
hell yeah. No, I
Right.
also hate the post game interviews. Like these dudes are like on the craziest emotional high of their entire fucking lives, and you're trying to interview them, and they're like, they got people coming up and giving them hugs and like all sorts of shit. Like, stop with this. No, what this is. Let them just fucking celebrate. I always think that stuff stupid.
They don't want to be fucked with. They
No.
want to celebrate with their dudes. They want to get off. They want to go see their family because their family is allowed to get to the field at that point.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, what are you like? They don't want to talk to you. Let them
No.
fucking go celebrate. They just won the Super Bowl, man.
Yeah,
Get the
absolutely.
fuck out of here.
It's a stupid thing that always happens every year. It's like, they interview some guys that's in tears, and then they do their little montage that they do where they're like interviewing, and then all of a sudden they cut to like the people celebrating, and then they have, somebody from the other team that's like fucking crying on the bench, and you're like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, like,
Dude.
this seems unnecessary, but all right.
Dude who didn't even get to go on field is just getting there. Go, we did it. And everyone's like, we?
Who are you?
I was on field. You
The-
were bench.
The Rams owner seemed like he could not give less of a fuck. There at the end, he's like, "Yep, this is pretty cool." All right,
Yeah.
man.
He was like, all right, cool, we did it. All right, let me
Right.
go back to bed. I need to go to my crypt and sleep.
Right?
Like, get the fuck out of here, man. But it was cool. Super Bowl I watch every year.
Yeah.
It's always a fun little time. I didn't drink this year. Usually I'll get fucked up on the Super Bowl. But
Yeah.
like I'm doing my whole once a week thing. Only drink on Saturdays, which this Saturday when we were all hanging out,
Yeah.
towards the tail end of our session of hanging out online. I don't know if you saw me, but I was like, I was weeble wobbling, dude. And then I fucking went upstairs, man, and I don't know what happened here. I don't fucking know why I did this. I fucking made corned beef hash.
I remember
And-
seeing that in the Discord. I'm like, what?
Dude,
Why?
made
Why? It was like 1:00 in the morning.
I made like a whole and like it was like a whole container. A whole container of corned beef hash. And then I was like, you know what would be good with this? Feta cheese. So I took a block of feta and I just cheese grated it all over it. And then I fucking microwaved the bitch. And then I ate it. And in the morning, dude, first off, my breath.
Ooh.
It's like if you like just steeped a cock in someone's mouth for the entire night. Like a tea bag. Like I was my mouth was so dry. I was like doing the whole I'm like, ugh, that's no good. I had to like brush my teeth like twice. I was like, dude, it still smells. I got cock breath still. Need to get this fixed.
Steeped
like-
cock. That's disgusting.
Yeah, it's like-
That's
it's just
fucking
like-
gross, man.
Just left a cock in someone's mouth. Dude, it was not good. It was not fucking good. But like that night, I was like, this is the best thing fucking ever, man. Like, holy shit, I'm drunk. But I drank like 4 beers. Three of them were 11%, and then the other one was like a 4%. So it just added up. And I hadn't drank that entire week, but I didn't wake up with a hangover.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm noticing now that like I'm not drinking every night to be the funny guy on all the shows we're on. That was my thing. I was like, I gotta get drunk and be the funny guy. And I'm like, dude, I'm trying way too hard to be the funny guy, and I gotta stop getting drunk every night.
Yeah.
And that's just like,
Usually by the end of OBO, I feel pretty good, and then especially if we have more podcasts. Like last week, we had 3 podcasts, and I was drinking whiskey the entire time because I did that. I did the hot fix with you, and then we also did the Spawn Camp like official announcement as well. And by the end of that, I'm like, I gotta edit and go the fuck to bed. It was
we
like
were
one of
both
those you
editing.
check the edit in the morning to make sure you didn't fuck it up. I was like, man,
dude,
this is rough.
I've done that for so many episodes where I'm just like super fucked up, and I'm sitting there like one-eyeing it, leveling the audio, and I'm like, yeah, it's great. Sounds so good. But like I wake up and I'm like, dude, I was way too fucking drunk for that.
Yeah.
Like I know I just stumbled into bed and my wife is just there going, I hate him. I hate him. I hate him.
That was a late one too, because we started at what, 9, 8 or 9, or we started. I think we started a little early last week. And
8:30 and
yeah, 8:30, and then by the time we got done, I think the last edit and upload finished at like 1:00 in the morning. Basically
Yep.
drinking for 4 hours, like socially too. I mean, while doing a podcast, and then got to get up and go to work the next day. I felt like death. I wasn't hungover. I was just tired. Right? It was fucking
Yeah, dude.
awful. Stupid decisions.
I was exhausted, but like we've been riding like the high of Spawn Camp lately and like Build Bros and like all this shit what we're doing, and I'm like so pumped about everything. But like when I'm fucked up, I like amp everything up 20 times higher for myself, and I wake up and I'm like, the fuck, dude, what did I tell this person? Like, did I tell them that we're millionaires right now, or like we're just like a small thing right now? But like I know I do that shit. I'm like, listen here, I tell you what. We're gonna do this, and by tomorrow we're gonna be like $1 million. And everyone's like, "Yeah, $1 million." And I'm like, "Yeah." Wake up, and I'm like, "Did I just tell Copley that we're gonna get $1 million?" Motherfucker's probably at home going, "He said $1 million."
He said $1 million.
Fuck, I was way too drunk. God damn it, dude.
Yeah.
Like alcohol, man. I love it. I really fucking do. It has been some of the best times of my life drinking. and the worst. For instance,
That's the truth.
I have missed of my three wife's singular wife. I've missed 3 of her birthdays.
Oh, no shit.
Yo, yeah. So each time I was with the same person, Wheeler, and I love you, Wheeler, but bad influence, dude. One year I just got so fucked up, and I forgot what day it is. She came home and she was looking really nice, dressed up. She went out with her mom, and I'm like, how's it going? She's like, you fucking drunk again? I'm like, it's my fucking birthday, and I went, uh-oh. Next year, I did the same shit. Got fucking annihilated. But I had Wheeler take me up to I remembered before she got home, like, hey, Wheeler, hey, we gotta get up to Kroger and go get a cake. And I came home with some fucking stupid cake that she didn't even like. I was like, I got you a cake for your birthday. It's great. It's a cake. She's like,
why do you turn into a Tim Allen character when you get drunk?
Because I'm a drunk asshole when I'm drunk. I'm like, when I'm like way too drunk, like the way I used to drink, I'm just a drunk fucking asshole. And then the last year I just got way too drunk and I passed out. And then I woke up and I'm like, hey, it's your birthday. She's like, yep. I haven't forgotten since because I'm not drinking like I used to. But
you just said last year.
No, the last time.
Oh, the last time. I was like,
the last time it happened. Yeah,
I haven't forgot for a whole year.
I haven't forgot your birthday like since yesterday, dude. Chill out. It's like, what are you so mad about? But like, I don't know, man. Alcohol is wild. It's got.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got. I think I told the gunfight story, didn't I?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, may as well. So, I'm not going to name any names. I'm just not going to.
Probably wise.
I'll make it short. Chilling at my house, had friends over. Person, this chick that we all knew brought her kids over, and we were having like a small bonfire. No big deal. You know, baby daddy calls. Where's my kids? Like, we're here. But she was talking to somebody at my house. It wasn't like a party. It was just like, hey, we're gonna have a bonfire. Come sit around the bonfire. Oh, you want to bring your kids? Cool. I'll make sure we have food for your kids. Dude fucking is flooring it up and down my neighborhood, going 90 miles an hour through residential. I'm like, that's not cool. And it pissed me off. Grabs his kids, puts them in the car, but is continuing to floor it up and down my neighborhood. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what's this guy's problem? I get on the phone with him because I'm like, give me your phone. I'm like, what are you doing, man? He's like, oh, you guys are going to get it. You guys are going to get him and shoot at the house. I'm like, this is a problem. So like, I called like a bunch of my friends. We all met up and we went to his house. I wasn't aware that it was going to turn into like a fucking like Reservoir Dog style event where we all had something on us. And then it took one person to go up to his car, look down on his lap, and he went, he's strapped. And I went, oh, what the fuck is happening?
Oh, jeez.
So, like,
what?
dude, yeah,
fuck?
so it became this whole thing. And then finally everyone's like, all right, no guns. We're just going to talk. And I'm like, yeah, that's what we should have been doing in the first place. I just want to talk to this fucking guy and ask him what the fuck. So he's like, I freaked out. I'm so sorry, dude. I'm like, you freaked out? That's an understatement. You said you were going to shoot my house up after going 90 up and down my neighborhood, dude.
The fuck was he even freaking out about?
Because his baby mama was flirting with somebody at my house. And he knew that she had been flirting with this person.
They're
They were split up.
separated. Yeah. Who
The
gives a
Nut
fuck?
job. Guy was a nut job.
Clearly.
But yeah, I mean, that happened. But like, my buddy, I get in the car and I'm like, so what did he have? He was like, he was going full akimbo, dude. He had 2 Taurus judges in his lap. And I went, what?
Who has 2 Taurus judges? Why?
This dude worked at like one of the assembly plants
Oh, gotcha.
in the union. So he was like stacked on money.
Gotcha.
But I was like, what
Still,
the fuck?
who needs 2? It's not even a practical fucking gun.
You're going to break your wrist.
Yeah. It's not
Well,
a
that
practical gun to have. I mean, maybe in
Ugh.
your bedside table type shit, and that's about
Are you-
it.
Are you shooting elephants with that thing though, man? Like, fucking A, man. It took one person to calm the guy down and it became like nothing. But like, I was like, we're about to get into a gunfight. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, at least
My
he's
wife-
shooting 410 shells, I guess. Like, man, fucking
I had
figure
15
it out, bud.
rounds. I had 15 rounds. I was pop, 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 run away. Nothing happened like that, but
Fucking up here too.
oh god damn it. But nothing happened. But that was all alcohol induced because everyone was fucking drunk.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
would
were all
assume
fucking,
so.
we were all lit up. We were all lit up like, yeah, we're gonna get him, and I'm like, yeah. And then when I get there, I'm like, whoa, this is actually happening. This shouldn't be happening. Yeah,
Good God.
yeah, I've toned it down.
So if it's any consolation, I'm not drinking like other than on the weekend either because so yeah, this is water today, but I'm doing like the intermittent fasting because I was doing like normal diet shit and I fucking hate it and I want to be able to eat like a normal meal at least once a day, and so I started doing the intermittent fasting again. So like from 8 to I think it's like noon. It's like 14-hour fast or whatever, but so
Are you talking like 8 p.m. to
yeah.
noon?
Yeah.
I think I fast from usually the time I wake up, so around 7 or 8, up until, fuck, I want to say like 6 or 7 later that day.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
I'm not hungry during the day, though, anyways, because I've been doing it for so long.
I like to do it at night. That way you can still get dinner and lunch in, and it seems to
Yeah.
work out pretty well. You just miss breakfast and whatever, but
Yeah, whatever.
it
I
does
need-
make it hard to, like drink because it's like I
Yeah.
usually don't drink until the kids go to bed or anything. So it's like, yeah, now on podcast nights and stuff, I won't have any more alcohol for at least a while. We'll
Quite a
see.
while. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, on like Sundays, usually we record in the morning, so like I'm drinking like a full pot of coffee anyways.
Yeah.
So like, not drinking's not a big deal. I hope people still think we're funny. We're funny. We're fine.
We're
Love
fine.
us. Love us, dudes. But like, I love alcohol, man. I love the craft of alcohol. That's what I love about alcohol. I like the craft behind it.
Yeah.
I like how it's made. I like the different fucking notes and all that. I'm bougie. Like you guys were saying on one of the last episodes, I'm high maintenance.
Uh-huh.
Jeff is more high maintenance than me. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, we can. We certainly can.
He's way more bougie than me.
Yeah?
I just have bougie things. But if you put Jeff's house next to my house, I live in a shit shack. And then my fire pit looks stupid.
I would also argue that he's more high maintenance because he can't fucking eat like half of the things, can't consume half of the things. Like, if it has to be super finicky about what he has. Yeah, he's high maintenance as fuck. I agree.
Yeah, where Evan is Evan. He's not high maintenance.
No,
He's
like the opposite of high maintenance. He don't give a fuck.
I think if you took Evan to like a restaurant that didn't have like a regular cheeseburger though, it might scare him.
This is true. Yeah, I mean, he's still a kid, right?
No, he's 22. He's a grown ass man. Evan's listening. He's like, I resent that
I
statement,
resent that. Yeah, we're gonna catch some shit later. It's fine. I'm not worried about
Guaranteed.
it. Yeah.
But then you got Matt.
Which is high maintenance in a weird sort of way where if they don't have anything basic, he's out. Like a good old fashioned, no, not good. But but you get
Dude.
him some fucking shitty beer, he's fucking in, man.
We literally went to like one of the best whiskey spots in Detroit. I know we've told the story, but now I'm rehashing.
Yeah,
Literally one of the
it's
best.
topical.
Where
You have to.
where me and Brody and all the other guys who are fucking mature adults are sitting there drinking good, clean drinks. And we're sipping, and he's like, I see him just do the whole lip thing. And I'm like, don't fucking say anything. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. And the fucking bartender is right there.
Uh-huh.
And everyone's like, what the fuck, dude? And then you see Kyle. There's parts of the story we obviously left out by accident, but you see Kyle Zlakowski just sitting there going, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. And then you got Ben Ben's sitting there like mortified too. Ben's like shaking his head. Matt's like, what? I'm like, dude, I'm gonna leave you here, and I'm gonna beat you with a pipe next time you do that. Like, I'm just gonna fucking kill you for yourself.
I'm
you
pretty
idiot.
sure before the bartender even got away from our table, he had said that, and we already started tearing the fuck into him. Like, it was immediate.
Yeah.
Like,
Like a
what
bunch
the
of hyenas.
fuck, man? What are you
Like, you don't do that.
doing?
I hate going into. I don't hate going in public with Matt, but there is old. I don't like going out to dinner with him. I'll say that I hate going out to dinner with Matt. I just hate it. I've said it on the show before. I'm not doing it again, but yeah, I hate it. But like, there's always that friend, and I was the friend for a long time when I was younger, who just had to be loud and had to fuck. I never really fucked with people. That was never my thing, because like I was always taught like you never know what other people are gonna do to you, and you never know what like maybe that person's going through that day. So like I never fucked with people, but I was loud. I was obnoxious. I wore shirts that said like every bad word, and I was like, oh, I'm a badass. But like now I see that, and I'm like, dude, if I could kick my ass back then, I would. Like knock that shit off.
Speaking of like the shirts with like, you know, every bad word and this and that, right? I mean, obviously we are not prudes about language. We cuss
No.
all the time on the show, but what the fuck is going on with like all these shirts that basically have like Playboy models and like half naked people on there? Like what is with that trend? Like it's just I personally think it's a trashy trend. Like I don't care.
It's trailer trash.
Yeah, like there's children. Like I don't know if that's just because I'm a dad and I'm sitting there going like, the fuck, man? Like my kids are 7 and almost 10. Like what are you doing? Why are you in public like this?
I can barely talk on this because of the Cradle of Filth shirt I had with the nun with
Right.
a crucifix upside down in herself, and on the back it said Jesus is a cunt on it. I can barely fucking say anything against
But
it.
you would you wear that now?
No, that would be like my at-home t-shirt.
Right.
But my wife was like, that's gone.
Yeah.
I was like, where is it? She goes, that's fucking gone, dude. That's thrown the fuck away. But like, I wouldn't wear that in public now. I did used to wear that shirt all the time because I was like, I like this t-shirt. But
you
I'm
were
like,
edgy. We understand.
yeah. And I do like Cradle of Filth a lot. But no, like, I have like maybe a couple shirts now that like might be controversial or like might say like the F word. Not super big on it. Like, I know I have a Marilyn Manson t-shirt that says I am the god of fuck on it. But like, it's in like such a font that like you're not gonna catch it if you're not looking for it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What?
I'm enjoying you trying to fucking justify it. Which,
I-
honestly, that doesn't
Ugh.
bug me nearly as much as, like, again, the shirts with, like, half-naked women on them and stuff like that. It's like, if you are out in public, like, there's going to be... I don't care about adults, but, like, if you're going to a public place like a fucking mall... And there's,
Yeah.
there's gonna be kids and stuff there. Like, I feel like it's trashy, right? Personally.
It's totally trashy, man. That shit's lame as fuck. Like, if you're going out to a bar and you're wearing that, good
That's
on
one
you.
thing. Right.
Who gives a fuck?
Right.
Who gives a shit? Like, you're going there to get fucked up and
If you're
probably
going to
smoke and do all
Chuck
that.
E.
Whatever.
Cheese, like, maybe choose your shirt a little bit more wisely. Like, I even
Well,
have
like-
some shirts that I won't wear if I know I'm going to a fucking kid's birthday party or something. Like, I'm not opposed to having I have a couple shirts that are about drinking or whatever like that. Like, I won't wear those if I'm going to a fucking kid's birthday party or something of that nature. But it's like, just know your fucking audience. Know the people that are
Well, it's
going to be
like-
around you.
It's like if I popped over to your house wearing one of my Marilyn Manson t-shirts. How does that work? Every shirt I have is something controversial. One has a cop holding a gun to his own head. It says "Kill your master" on the back.
Right.
I'm not wearing that to Brody's house.
I appreciate that.
Well, I'm not.
I don't
gonna
need
do
to
it.
explain that to my children later on in the day. Be like, what was that all about?
What? That was a
Fucking
cool shirt,
Nick.
Dad. No, it wasn't. Whereas, like my Nine Inch Nails t-shirts, I
Yeah.
have no problem wearing those. It just
Yeah.
says "Nin" on the front, right? Or like a video game shirt. Like that's cool, but like, I don't know. I'm so over the whole. I gotta shock people. I
Yeah.
shock people enough on the show.
The shock factor thing's weird. And I know that's also interesting coming from, like guys with hand tattoos, like you have face tattoos and shit. Like, sure, I understand that people would also think that my shit's trashy, and that's fine. But none of it's like naked chicks on my arm or anything. Like, that's the part that gets me. Like, I just don't. The nudity in like public settings is fucking weird, and I don't like it because, again, I'm a father, and all I can think about is having to explain that to my children later in the day. Like, they're gonna run into enough stupid shit at public school. I don't need it when we go to the goddamn mall or fucking Chuck E. Cheese.
So for me, and it's probably because Landon's so young, and also how I was raised, nudity, violence, and cussing for me isn't something that is a bother.
Right.
Like for him to be exposed too early, but like I would rather be the one not exposing my son to nudity. Like, hey,
Right.
check this out, kid. Like if you're lucky, like right, but like you might have it too. But no, like what I'm saying is like if we're watching like a movie or I'm cussing, whatever, like that's my child, and
Right.
I'll expose him to that shit. But like I don't need some dipshit teenager
Yeah.
in a mall yelling fuck as loud as the kid can, wearing a shirt with Lola Bunny being pegged by Tasmanian Devil.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, that's the kind of shit I mean, right? Like that's the stuff
like,
that's like, what the fuck is going on?
And it's always people who look like they've like smoked out of a meth pipe together.
Uh-huh.
It's like trailer trash white people I see wearing that shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Never fails. I'm like, dude, go back to the swamp you came from and stay there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just stay there and just take a weighted blanket, put it over your head, and just breathe as hard as you can, and
Right.
just don't resurface.
Yeah,
Stay there.
I feel like it came off like prudish, right? But that's not at all what I meant. Like it wasn't like it was very much more that realm of things where it's like, again, if my kids are around like my friends or myself and they hear cussing, that's one thing. Some random fucking teenager in the mall yelling all sorts of obscenities, like, then I have a problem with it. Like just be aware of your surroundings. That's all I'm saying.
That's where it becomes obnoxious, and it's like, again, I was that kid who was just in the mall doing whatever he wanted and like saying whatever he wanted at all times. I'm like, yeah, no one's gonna get mad at that, and if they get mad, fuck them. But that's not the case, man. Like there are kids, but I've always kind of been conscientious about children, though.
Yeah.
Because of my little brothers, I'm like, dude, why would you say that in front of a kid?
Yeah.
Like, I'm weird about that shit. Like, don't talk like that in front of a child. Like I swear in front of my son, but he's also 2.
Right.
Like. And it's like such a bad habit of mine. But like, yeah, no, that shit's lame. Dude, I don't know. But I'm also not that big into censoring my son from shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
there's
like
no sense in
video
sheltering
games.
them, right? Like I was pretty well sheltered as a kid from a lot of that stuff, and then when I went to a public school, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like that shit was a culture
Dude, yeah.
shock, and that's why I didn't believe in really like sending my kids to a private school, because at some point you are going to have to go back out into society and you're going to have to know how to function with this stuff. So I'm not trying to shelter them from it, right? But it's also like a controlled exposure to these things to some extent.
and that's the important thing, man, because I can remember being a kid and like seeing all that shit. Like when I saw Blade for the first time, I was a kid, dude. My dad took me to see Blade with him in the theaters.
Yeah.
It didn't fuck with me though. Like a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's gonna fuck with your head, the kid's head." And violent. It did nothing like that. It didn't fuck me up at all. I knew it was a movie. I knew playing Grand Theft Auto, I should not go out into the real world beating hookers with a baseball bat.
Some people clearly didn't learn that lesson, but yes.
Yes, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Exactly. Just be mindful of your fucking surroundings. Don't be a jerk off. Like, because now that I'm 30 and I'm ornery and old and shitty, like I fucking hurt every day. I wake up and I'm like, why do I hurt right now? I just woke up.
Yeah, did
like,
I
I'm
sleep on my
brand new.
shoulder wrong? What the fuck happened? Yeah, I'm a crotchety old man anymore. It fucking sucks.
My last thing I'll bring up really quick, because we're at our hour point. There's a gap between the headboard and my mattress that just happens.
Uh-huh.
Like the bed will get pushed forward somehow.
Yeah.
I wake up with like my head like this in the gap, and like my wife is just perfect. Her pillows are nice and stacked.
Uh-huh.
She's doing good. Wake up, and as soon as I pull my neck up, it's just crack, 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 and I'm like, I'm like, dude, holy shit! I think I have fucking scoliosis now. Like I'm dead. She's
Yeah.
like, no, you just sleep like a moron. I'm like, thanks, thanks.
I missed
Love
going
you.
to the gym like all of last week for the most part because I had a bunch of shit going on. Well, I went a couple times, whatever. But over the weekend, I didn't even do anything, and like my shoulders fucking killing me. Like moving it around,
Yeah.
it's popping all sorts of crazy and shit. And then like I think Sunday was really bad. I'm like, I have not done anything for like 3 or 4 fucking days. What is going on? Like I slept on my back, like didn't lay on it goofy, didn't have it like tucked up under my head in some weird sort of like yoga pose. Like I wasn't doing anything crazy, just getting old. And I'm not even that old. And of course people are like, oh, well, it's going to get worse. Yeah, of course it's going to get worse. But I've also fucked up my body a lot. Like I've had all sorts of issues for a long fucking time. So it's only going to get worse. I understand that, but it's plenty bad now. I'm trying to live with what I got currently. I'm not worried about what's coming.
And it's ramping up, and it sucks. And yeah, I don't fucking know, man.
I love
It's
how
all
we just
lame.
turned into old men at the end of this.
Objectively bad old guys.
Objectively bad old guys. Absolutely.
There we go. You ready to cap it off, Brody?
Yeah. Go ahead and close this out, big guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for checking out this latest installment of the Objectively Bad Opinions podcast. As you may have heard, we have launched our brand new network, the Spawn Camp Network. Within Spawn Camp, you can find 4 main shows thus far. WASD and Beyond, Diggity Podcast, The Build Bros, and last but certainly not least, Objectively Bad Opinions. There is content riddled every day throughout the week, and there is going to be more and more content added each and every week coming up soon, including a website that we're getting worked on right now. We are working on so much shit. We just converted the Diggity YouTube into Spawn Camp, so don't be alarmed if you're subscribed to that YouTube channel and you see Spawn Camp. It's still Diggity. That's where they will be going live every fucking week. The audio podcasts stay the same, so don't worry about that. If you subscribe to Diggity, you're still getting audio podcasts through Diggity. Same with fucking WASD, same with Build Bros, same with OBO. It's all the same, minus a couple tweaks and changes that we think work best for us. Like I said, man, a lot of cool shit happening. I'm super pumped on Spawn Camp. We got a great group of guys. I know this is the wrap up, but hard work, man, and it's just starting. So if you're just joining us, or if you've been ride or die since it's began, fucking first off, welcome if you're first coming here. If you've been here, thanks for sticking around. Don't leave yet. It's only gonna get better. OBO goes live every Monday, typically around
9:30. We had a few hitches at the beginning of this because we had to with the transfer of everything over to Diggity, we had a couple things that were a little goofy off the bat and had to rebuild some stuff out. So went live a little bit late today, but we should be back on track next week and shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, like Nick was saying, basically video stuff is really the only change that you'll see. Audio stays the same, but now we have a central YouTube channel where OBO will go, Diggity will go, WASD once they start doing video, and same for Build Bros. So it's just more content. We'll be doing like reviews, unboxings. The Build Bro guys have been talking about doing some actual builds on stream as well. Like there's just a bunch of awesome content coming. We're super excited about what we're doing here. And honestly, I got to give a huge shout out to Build Bros. Those guys hit the ground fucking running. These guys have been killing it. It's awesome to see what they're doing. Like we are gaining like listeners and followers from just the content that these guys are putting out, which is awesome to see. And they really have a good hold on what they're doing here, and they are in this perfect market for gathering a bunch of new listeners and followers and stuff. And we've been very lucky to have them jump on board with us, and a lot of cool stuff, man. I'm super excited about this. I mean, we've all been busting ass trying to get all this running and off the ground, and we're starting to see the fruits of those labors. So
already, and it's amazing. Build Bros, to finish off with those guys, just released a Valentine's Day episode today.
yeah,
Out of nowhere, they're still releasing an episode this Thursday. Like, Steve, Alex, Nick, and Claudian, amazing dudes, and we think you guys will love their content. And if you love their content and you're coming to this show from them, please be sure to also check out Diggity, WASD, and Beyond, and OBO. We think there's something here for everybody. We thank you all so much for tuning in each and every week. This has been an amazing ride that only could happen via the internet.
Yeah.
And especially during a pandemic, dude. Like, it's insane. Thank you all so fucking much. I'm going to get off my high horse and my excitement. Thank you all. And that's where I'm leaving it off.
Yeah. We'll see you guys
Yeah.
next week. Well, we'll
Take it
see you
easy.
more this week as more content comes,
All
but
week.
also next week on OBO.